Hello. Gumi has all the drawing to do today, and I am just slowly getting warmed up for that. It's been a minute since we've looked at this piece. I am feeling a bit more drunk than I was planning to feel right now. It's been a minute. I think for this one I'll start just refining the edges, and then we'll just go in on properly rendering this. Hello, Chic. Thank you for joining as always. You are very lovely to see. How are you? Feels good to be working on VM stuff again. It feels like it's been a little longer than it needed to be. Glad to hear you're doing well. Doing quite well over here too. I have a lot of work to do today, but then I get to go to a rave later, so that should be fun. I'm not feeling super talkative today, but I'll try. Maybe I'm not drunk enough. Kinda am though, I don't know. I don't want to get too blasted because I'm going to the gym. Probably like an hour or two after stream is over. I think it's mostly going to be hyper pop tonight. So that should be fun. Very excited for this one because it's an artist that I am a huge fan of, and the moment that I saw that they would be there, I was like, yep, gotta buy those tickets, and now the event is sold out. So I'm very happy that I got everything squared away like a month in advance. What is the beverage of choice for today? Right, we have hard Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. This one is pineapple flavored. It's quite good. I feel like it's hard to find a lot of properly zero sugar drinks. At least ones that are, sweet and shit, so I'm very happy to have it. I think we'll be jumping around a little bit today, because on top of VM stuff, we also need to do some more emote expression type stuff that we were doing last stream. Excuse me as we play a little Trust the Process, because I am trying to figure out the best way to render this and get the desired effect. Why is my wrist already hurting? I've barely been drawing for it's been only 7 minutes. God. And I only draw on stream these days too. I need to look for a better brace or something, I don't know. We shall figure it out. Can you believe it's fucking Friday? I feel like this week kinda flew by. It's been so warm here lately, which has been a bit surprising because it's supposed to be very cold right now. My wardrobe was not prepared for it to be warm. Been working a lot on the Mibera codex lately, which is incredibly fun to work on. Just there are so many gaps to fill, and I I think we're almost at a point where we have most of the like entries that we need that aren't stuff from the VM and stuff that'll eventually be added over time by the community, but there are so many gaps to fill with existing entries. Like there's a lot of trait history to go into, a lot of anecdotes from the making of, so on and so forth. How did you like Mibera Dimensions? I've tried it out for the first time today too myself actually. Didn't use it much though since I pulled it up on mobile and I was like, wait, I should probably do this on desktop because I feel like this would be more appropriate on desktop. I do not rank very highly at all. Gumi is number 300, I'm pretty sure. I need to up my mibera game. You know, Soju and Zerker and Janny and all of them have been working hard on that site though. Hey, 627 ain't bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if you get anything for watching Gumi streams on there. I need to check. I really like the look of the site. I think they really killed it with that, especially. Lots of data though, holy shit. Yeah, you should let them know that you don't like the color theme if you haven't already. I know they're making a lot of tweaks there, if I'm remembering correctly. I want to say I remember them working on multiple themes to be able to apply, but I don't know if I'm remembering incorrectly or if I can even say that. I feel like we need a little more shading here and then I'll move on to something else. Well, I very much appreciate you having it on your to-do list. Every bit of feedback we can get will certainly help. And I know the devs really appreciate it. YouTube is giving me an error that makes it seem like the stream is about to get ruggy or may already be ruggy. If that is the case, I apologize. I'm using the same settings as last time, so I do not know what the problem is. I'm glad to hear it's good then. Looks like the error has gone away, so maybe we're safe. I think I want to try putting in some of those scratches and the scuff and everything that's on the wood, and then I will move on to something else. Don't you love how I never mean what I say the first time? Rings true for a lot. Looking forward to the next Loa stream. I want to do that sometime this weekend. Either tomorrow or Sunday. Well, I mean, duh. What a redundant statement, Gumi. Oh my god. Anyone up to anything fun this weekend? I would love to get some extra sleep, honestly. I think that would be very fun. Not liking how this scuff is looking so far, but maybe it's yet another case of needing to be patient and trust the process. We'll see. We'll give it 5 more minutes. has had some updates, if I'm remembering correctly, ever since the last stream. Tax stuff. Gumi has to do tax stuff too, but Gumi is gonna keep procrastinating on that because fuck it. Good luck. No fun. Wonder if adjusting the colors some will help a little bit. Yeah, I guess it's a little better. I don't know if I want to call this final, but I feel like we should move on to something else. What else do we have on the agenda? Yeah, sports jersey that says Miberas. I think it's meant to be a basketball jersey type thing. Looking up some reference photos. Because I hate to say it, but I don't actually immediately, I can't picture a basketball jersey just immediately in my head. I feel like it's kind of pathetic, but I don't know, I don't watch too many sports. It seems like the right silhouette, maybe. Maybe. The neckline feels a little off to me. I'm not muted right now. I think I'm just talking quietly. Okay. Sorry about that if there were any audio issues. I know sometimes it'll pick up sounds that are not my voice, but still make it seem like I'm talking. I have to say, I'm really impressed that there are so many of you who keep showing up on the daily to participate in this community. It means a lot to me. And it's not something I was exactly expecting, especially given the current sentiment surrounding Bera. Hey, well, you're here now. Appreciate you joining, and there's a reason why we always have these recorded and archived. I need to get better about posting notices that I'm live in more than just one place. Gumi tends to get a little lazy on that front. Hello, Flacco Warlock. I will drink one for you. I love you too. I'm having a hard Mountain Dew right now. It is quite good. Excuse me as we endure the trust the process phase of drawing a Bera's basketball jersey. I feel like we need another accent color. One that isn't white. Maybe we should just go honey colored. I guess that would probably be the obvious choice. We are drinking nothing after I'm done with my hard Mountain Dew. We'll switch to water, actually. So water is important. Because I don't want to be wasted at the gym. I think that would be a not great look. I feel like that might be fun, but I don't want to get kicked out of the Planet Fitness. Do we have any good fonts installed that would be well suited for a Bera's jersey for me to just trace? Like, what do numbers look like in impact font? I know that's the meme font. I feel like that would be funny, just have like a big old 69 on the front of the jersey with Bera's. Maybe I'm being a child, though. Oh, right, let me rasterize that. I don't know. I'm sure I've run into some cool people at the gym. I've just not paid any attention. Excuse me. Most people there tend to keep to themselves, thankfully. So I am grateful for that. It's been fun though, feeling like I'm getting stronger finally. After a few months of following a particular routine. I've always been decent about strength training, but I've never done like this more focused approach before. Goddamn. It is very rewarding. With the plus side of the women seeming to really like that. I can basically carry Amber for a while now, so that's been very fun. They put a sign up at the water fountains recently that said, you know, don't pour protein shake in the water fountain, only pour water. I'm just like, someone tried to pour protein shake in the fucking water fountain? God. I can't even imagine. Have we really been here for 33 minutes already? Jesus. I gotta draw faster. I won't rush too much, just woo. Love the linear passage of time. Excuse me for a moment, there is a cat trying to get in. Okay, I've let the cat in, and there's a chance she might be obnoxious. And if she is, I will need to fuck off for a second again. But yeah, I gotta love gym bros. Truly, an immaculate vibe. Protein shakes are expensive. Like, I can't imagine just dumping one out. Like, fucking drink it. I don't care if you don't like it, drink it. I feel like I spend so much more on food now that I've been trying to, you know, actually eat the right amount of protein. God, I just cannot imagine literally pouring some of that down the drain. No cat cam ever, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe sometime in the far future, but for now, my cats will maintain their anonymity. Okay, Kitty, I need you to not. She is trying to walk on the keyboard, and I am not about to let that happen. Let's see what happens. Not feeling that yellow. I'm also not feeling, I don't know, maybe that's okay. We'll leave it like that for now, but I might change it. Doing this a bit prematurely, but let's go ahead and put some shading down, because the lack of it is bothering me. Kitty, no. I'm messing with some stuff on my desk, because of course. Do I have any fonts that would be good for the text part of this? Yes, I did work a 9 to 5-ish job, and I will talk about that in a second, because I need to go kick this cat out. Okay, let me see if that's kind of basketball jersey font, kind of. Okay, so my 9 to 5, I worked as a pharmacy technician for 3 or 4 years. It sucked, but I liked the work a lot. It was a retail pharmacy tech job, so a lot different than doing pharmacy tech work in a hospital. I think I likely would have preferred doing it in a hospital, but because that would mean fewer, client-facing interactions. But it was basically just pill counting and filling prescriptions day in and day out. Sometimes a customer would bring me like a milkshake or something. That was fun. And thank you for saying so. I'm feeling iffy about the jersey right now, so I'm glad you like it. The one thing I really enjoyed about working in the pharmacy is that it was my first job and probably my only job until working at THJ, where I felt like I had a sense of camaraderie with my team. Because after working in the pharmacy, I basically shifted into like bouncing between startups and doing, you know, commission work for like most of a decade. And yeah, that was not it. I hope she likes the work. That always sounds like very demanding work. Anything in a hospital environment just seems draining. Very valuable work though. Sometimes I miss the pharmacy work, but then I remember it's like, oh wait, no, I don't miss the work, I just miss the people. Yeah, I've never heard of anything like a well-paid nurse, which sucks. That was the field of work that my family wanted me to get into. You know, as a child growing up, I was told that I would be working as a nurse or, you know, pharmacist or just something in the hospital, because everyone in the family works in a hospital, and I was not about to let that happen. It actually kind of freaked me out that my first job was what it was, because like it felt like I was just giving my family what they wanted. When no, I mostly just worked it because like it was the first place that seemed actually compelling that would hire me. Take a chance on a teenager. So I'm very grateful I did not follow in the footsteps of the family. Like, don't get me wrong, no, nothing against anyone who does that sort of work, obviously. Very much respect it. It's just, no. We should put some scrubs in the mibera vending machine sometimes. We don't have any scrubs. I feel very fortunate, for sure, to be able to work this job that I fucking love. Drawing and working with AI and interacting with a lot of interesting people. Learned a lot, especially the past several years. The past 2 years, really. It's some of the most fulfilling work of my life, and I truly do not want it to end. I will be working on mibera until the day I fucking die. Assuming longevity escape velocity doesn't work out how I want it to and make us all live forever. Let's refine this jersey a bit before I continue rendering. What did you want to be when you grew up, Sheik? When you were a kid, what were you fantasizing about becoming? I knew very early on that I wanted to be an artist, so I'm really happy I ended up where I am. My mom always likes to tell the story about how when I was like very young, like 4 or 5, and I was asked that question, I would say that I wanted to be the cashier, be a cashier at a store because they were the ones who take the money, which is, you know, hilarious. Don't you miss being a child with a very uninformed view of the world? Nothing is as simple as it seems. No, scientist is good. Was there a particular type of science you were wanting to get into, or is it more just generally like, yeah, I want to be a scientist doing cool science shit? Because that's incredibly fucking valid. Excuse me. This does not look good. I think we can get it there, but I am just gonna have to tinker. Are you a science fiction fan? Were you watching a lot of like Star Wars or Star Trek growing up, and that's why you leaned towards it, or was it more just other reasons why you're interested? Because definitely found myself learning more about just general astronomy and stuff, because I definitely consumed a bit more Star Trek than is healthy for someone growing up. Then again, that can also ring true for where Gumi is now in life. Probably need to start my annual Deep Space Nine rewatch soon. I think that's probably my favorite out of all of Star Trek. Stargate is one I definitely need to get more into. I've watched a little bit of, I think it was Atlantis, but I haven't watched nearly enough of it. I love Star Wars as well. It's all lovely. Um, Star Trek's definitely like my favorite out of everything, I think. But I'm not one of those people who's all like, oh, Star Trek is better than Star Wars, because they're both like fundamentally very different things. Star Wars is very space fantasy. Star Trek is more hard sci-fi. Cannot be compared, but they're both definitely up there for me. Though I'm one of the terrible people who actually liked the prequels, but I think that may be because I'm a nostalgic motherfucker. I love watching a lot of like bad sci-fi in general, like Andromeda, Farscape. I'd say Babylon 5, but Babylon 5 isn't actually that bad. Sorry, Gumi will fucking ramble about everything science fiction if given the opportunity. What's your favorite Star Trek media? I think Wrath of Khan is probably my favorite movie. I'm working through Picard still. I don't know why, but the message it sent about transhumanism kind of pissed me off. So I stopped watching, but then again, that's like always been my one gripe about Star Trek. It's not as gung-ho about transhumanism as I would like. No, let's not do that. That's gonna look like shit. Yeah, movie or show, since like I know some people just watch the Star Trek movies, some people just stick with the shows, but I know a lot watch them both, and I'm one of those people. There's also the books, if you read the books. I have not read any of the books in a while. There's also been some developments with the Star Trek tabletop role-playing game. I know, right? I completely agree with you there. I don't know. I can't decide if I would actually, take the pill that would allow me to live forever or whatever if I had the option, because living forever in some ways does sound kind of nightmarish. So, how do you store all that memory? I would imagine it's like what happens when the LLM you're working with, doesn't have, proper memory configured or something. Like, think fuck for Loa, by the way. Much easier for things to persist between sessions if you're using Loa. Okay, this is starting to look like something, I think. Thank fuck. Yeah, the movies are good. I think it's actually a tie between Wrath of Khan and Nemesis for me. Yeah, the Borg are always a classic. Borg Queen is hot as fuck. I had a crush on her for sure when I was a freaking teenager. Though I'm not sure if it was the sort of thing where, like, I wanted her or if I wanted to be like her. And of course, if you've seen Voyager or Picard, you know of 7 of 9. Definitely one of my favorite parts of everything related to the Borg, for obvious reasons. God, I should not be putting on the record what kind of a fucking degenerate I am. But maybe that's already a well-established fact. Yeah, 7 of 9 is hot. Jerry Ryan is gorgeous. I have such a soft spot for that particular era of Star Trek in general. Like, Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, and Voyager. Like, that is peak Star Trek to me. I am actually enjoying a lot of the new stuff. I found Academy to be fun. Discovery was pretty incredible in my opinion. Everything with the burn, I think, really took the overall series in an interesting direction. Yeah, we likely are. I think I'm still not used to Gumi being seen as the fucking, awful, disrespectful woman that she is, simply because I wore the, purity mask for so long. But Janny made it very clear that that is not a mask I have to worry about wearing anymore, because mibera, so very happy about that. Oops, hair layers under, and it should be over. Okay, I guess this jersey is not too bad. I feel like a lot of jerseys have like a little sheen to it, a little bit of light reflected, so let's do that here too. Deanna Troy is hot too, the Betazoid from Next Generation. But I guess that's not even like super controversial to say at all. Oh, it's very kind of you to say, Sheik. I'm very glad to have your support. Okay, we've hit an hour. We've gotten 2 treats done. I really should get on these expressions, but I don't have just a ton of time right now because I gotta do some other stuff for work. So I think we are going to call it quits for today. Thank you so much, Sheik, for spending time with me. Thank you to the others who popped in. Thank you to those of you who lurk and watch and prefer not to participate in chat, because I 100% respect and appreciate that. I always have a lot of fun on these streams, so thank you for joining me and listening to me ramble about Star Trek. Because of course that happened. 52 streams and we're finally getting Gumi rambling about Star Trek. I am really surprised that took that long. Alright. I love you all. You're all lovely. Have a fantastic day or night. And please drink water. Because Gumi's about to do that.